Hey, what's up everybody? What's up Hector, Dasugi? What's up? So, I already took a little bit of my morning warm up to get one of these done. I gotta get this guy next. Hey, what's up, Derek? Oh, nice. Hey, thanks. What's up? Hector's in traffic. The exhaustor. What's up? Oh, nice. It's the way to do it. I don't know, a couple years. Depends on how hard you're pressing. A packet of nibs lasts me a long time, man. I'll be here, at least for another 90 minutes. If you're pressing too hard, rather than control the pressure settings on the Cintiq, you can always lighten it up a little bit and then use the pressure gain setting on Lazy and Azumi. It'll automatically double the pressure without you having to do it. So you draw pretty lightly. Yeah, and it's not worked out very well. He has to really focus on construction, you know. Takes years. You know, he's only made a concerted effort in the last 7 months. I spent years with him just not. He thought he was trying, but not really. Because I thought, hey, you know, I could do breakdowns and he could do cleanup and we could move twice as fast on like some of his own stuff, you know? And it turned out that he was just making really shitty versions of like my roughs. So you can kind of see it. If you go back quite a ways, you know, like, okay, case in point, like, I sketched out a lot of these to begin with, but he had to redraw them several fucking times. Like, he's not even showing you the ones that I rejected, you know? And I just said straight up, I refuse to fucking help you until you start doing these right here. So we got to go back even further because I'll show you where like I threw my fucking foot down at him, or I threw my paper down. You know, or is it? He really pissed me off with one of these. Like this one was a really good little sketch I did, and he really fucked it up, dude. Like it's not. The black cat pissed me off something fierce. And I'm like, now you're just tracing over my sketches really, really poorly, you know? And he kept doing that with some of this shit. And I think, where is it? I took him off flats here and told him, don't fucking bother. Right here, he started to redo this Batman sketch I had for this cover, right? But, like, I basically drew the whole fucking thing. He's just tracing my lines. Like, poorly. Like, see how, like, these things don't wrap around the legs? And I'm just like, dude, why don't I just get the money for the sketch? And I told him your line quality sucks, so we started doing the line things here. Right? And then you can kind of see it. And then I reamed his fucking ass again over some shit. Then you see him. When you start seeing him do this stuff, this is because I'm like, I'm going to fucking quit. You know, you can go off and have fun. So I'll remember what Brandon's already looked like. You know, before I got involved, you know, like, let's try to remember. This right here is Brandon. You know, this isn't good, man. It's not a place you want to be at. That's Brandon really trying, too. I'll show you when Brandon's not trying. You know? Even that's sort of based off that sketch I did, and that's kind of based. Let's go. Gotta go back. Gotta go back to Brandon doing what. Here we go. This isn't good, man. All right. This is not where you want to be as a 30-year-old. If you're there, you need to sit down, do the construction shit, and practice this stuff. You know. Then, you know, you start to see improvement, right? But he has to rebuild shape, see? I'm rebuilding hands. But he does still, it's going to take time, man. It's going to take time. And I warned him he'd lose friends by working with me, you know? And it's happened. A lot of his friends don't talk to him anymore, his art friends, you know? They unfriend him on Facebook and Instagram. Meanwhile, half of them rip off my fucking ideas, you know? I just told him, I said, that's just part of the course, bro. Just, you gotta let it go, you know? He said, but we used to go to dinner with these people. I'm like, well, now you don't. That's how it works. You know? But I don't enjoy drawing stuff and having people, like, you know, do the effort or the cleanup and get... I don't really enjoy that. Like, I don't go, oh, look what I did, and yeah. Like, I want him to make his own shit, but, you know, it's gonna take some time. Yeah, he's trying to improve. And people don't like that because they see their own inadequacies, right? They see their own shortcomings, and then they project themselves in that situation, and they don't want to see it, so... I like your art, man. It was you. I'm like, yeah. You know, some friends love to see you fail. It's a harsh life lesson, right? I learned it early on in life. I guess fortunately. But... I told him, I said, I see no... vested... I get nothing out of Brandon improving. Brandon gets stuff out of Brandon improving, you know? I don't feel like, oh, wow, I taught Brandon how to do stuff. I don't give a shit, you know? My joy comes from teaching me how to do stuff. Teaching Brandon how to do stuff gives me a colossal fucking headache. And if you guys want to watch that, just watch the last art tips. Brandon needs help. You can sort of hear me getting a giant headache as it goes further and further along. It's fun to watch. I laugh at even my own pain. You know, there's a whole nother level of Schadenfreude, whatever that is, right there, right? When you're laughing at your own suffering, like, look at that, it's funny. Watch me. Schadenfreude. Yeah. I could do an art tips crusher. The only way I get anything out of that is if I make it like an art tips, because then I at least get some views and we make a little podcast out of it. So. Like how I linked this cover art up to his plushie. That'll actually be right there, so he'll be like winking at himself. See that? Look at that little Easter egg, folks. Huh? Super genius. Wild E Coyote. Wild E Coyote. Super genius. You gotta make sure all these pieces are floating or coming through. Hey, what's up, Leandra? Just getting this done. Or he's an influencer. Well, E Coyote, super influencer. Let's go under all these covers. MasterChef Australia. Pretty exclusively. It's pretty much the only one I watch these days. Over and 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 over. There's 80-some episodes a season, man, including master classes. There's 9 seasons, so. Yeah, I'm not that much fun to be around. When I like to learn stuff, I just keep watching the same things over and over and over and over and over and over. And over and over and over and over and over. Each time looking for new stuff. Each time gleaming something new. Going, attempting, coming back, rewatching. Going, attempting, coming back. Yeah. But I like MasterChef Australia the best. Every now and then, I'll watch some old episodes of Kitchen Nightmares because it's fun. You know? But MasterChef Australia is my jam. Adriana Zumba's supposed to have a thing on the Netflix I gotta check out. I do like that documentary, The Kings of Pastry, though. Once or twice a year, I rewatch that. Like, actually sit down and watch it, not just leave it on. But a lot of times when I'm working, I just have, especially when I'm under deadlines, I just have MasterChef Australia on my other computer and my headphones. You know, I like other people going through pain while I'm going through pain. Right. Yeah. But it doesn't make me feel, you know, motivated to do shit, you know. So. It is something interesting in seeing how failures, you know, pretty common, like replicatable. Like, it's a lot of the same reasons why their ship tanks. I do like seeing the success stories. There's people like Campy was on that pizza one in LA, and they're still around. They're doing well. Like, those guys got their shit together. So some people do listen and manage to sort of, you know, succeed. But, you know. Sometimes being successful, you know, following the directions doesn't solve shit. It's still insurmountable debt plus, you know, rising debt, cost of everything. I gonna live stream pretty much every weekend? At night, during the days, I have home stuff to do on the weekends. Yeah, and that's got nothing to do with the show. That's just the problems with restaurants. You know, my father bought into a taco shop, and I fucking told him not to. I told him to watch every fucking Kitchen Nightmares before he ever fucking considered, because he doesn't know a fucking thing about the food industry. And it's one of the things that bankrupted him. You know? I watched my own father do it to himself. You know, he lost his house, and then, you know, he had a stroke about a year and a half later and died. You know? I was against the whole thing. But I wasn't being supportive, according to some of my family members. Yeah. Yeah, I worked at Pizza Hut and Wendy's in the 90s. I worked at Pizza when they launched stuffed crust pizza in 94, 95, somewhere around there. It's alright, you know, it happens. And then I worked at Wendy's in 96, and that's the end of it, you know. And that wasn't microwave shit. That's actually running the grill and doing the cleaning and all that other stuff. I talk about it on one of my podcasts. I can't remember which one. But no one's immune to failure, you know? Yeah. Allergic, maybe. Maybe. But you know, it's my only hobby is cooking, you know, and especially I do a lot of low carb recipes and stuff, you know. So I'll be making this low carb pizza tonight. I make the dough out of Mott's butter, cream cheese, and an egg, and a little coconut flour. Like an entire pizza, everything included, is like maybe 10 carbs. So fills you up. My wife and I split one of them in half. So I'll make it tonight. I'll make the marinara from scratch. The only thing I can't make from scratch is the sausage and pep, but we get the nitrate-free stuff, so it's good enough. We're gonna do that. We're gonna play Burgle Bros. Board game Burgle Bros. Yeah. Alright, so I gotta grab. What time is it? Alright. Definitely got time to do another one. So where is, here we go. We gotta grab homeboy here. Scheiße. Forgot to grab the sword. Readjust some of the perspective on the roughy. Put this up here. Then we'll duplicate white. Now I use this plugin, Cubebox or Brushbox, to store all my brush tool presets now, which is really nice for organization. However, there is a random glitch. Every now and then it can crash Photoshop. So before I change brushes, I always make sure I save. Now that might seem annoying to some people, but at least it's forcing me to save, right? So then I'll go over here, and so you'll constantly see me doing that. Later, Leander. Peace. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I mean, it could be tied to just, how to gauge progress. Maybe something like that. No, I had to stop that to do this because this is an actual deadline. So I'll continue the Darksiders when this is done. They can't ship their mag until I finish this cover. That's how it works. Hey, what's up, Chris? Just trying to knock out a couple more of these plushies before I have to sign off. Tonight, no. Friday night. Every other Friday night, I take off. Not every Friday, but every other Friday. So tonight, I will not be on. This is something I gotta start doing because I was working 80+ hours a week for about 3 months, and started to catch up to me. We all have limits. So tonight I will be playing Burgle Bros, a board game with my wife, some friends. But I'll be back on tomorrow night, from 8 to 2. Right now it's 4 p.m. So on the weekends during the day, I have to make time for home stuff like grocery shopping, lawn care, you know, things like that. Oh wow, 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. Ah, okay, so 2 hours ahead. But you're like a whole day ahead or something. 2 hours ahead? Is it Saturday over there? Or is it Friday? Oh, Indiana. Okay. Doesn't say, wow, that's like a whole day ahead? That was like 12 hours, 13 hours difference. But should be half a day ahead. You know, given that we're on a globe. But yeah, you're 2 hours ahead in Indiana. Look, we know that, but you know, world's getting a little weird. Used to be a joke when I was a kid, and people used to think the world was flat. Now, you know. It's like, the problem is we have access to too much information. Now, no one trusts any information. They don't even trust the Earth is... I mean, never mind you, GPS wouldn't work if the world was flat, but, you know, we can't talk basic fucking common sense here. You're being political, Rub. You're saying the world's not flat. Like, yeah, I'm being very political. My video's gonna get flagged by YouTube now. Whatever am I gonna do? Oh well, I'm a rebel. That's how we do it here at Sketchcraft. And folks, when I say start at 8, give me a 30-minute break, you know, like a leeway, by the way, because here's how it works. At 8 o'clock, I look at my watch and go, oh, it's time to get to work. And then I go make a coffee, you know, pick up the kitchen a little bit, and then curl my ass up here. So there's like a 30-minute window. Sometimes I'm right up, sometimes I'm, you know, take my sweet fucking ass time getting to work, you know. So I say 8 to 2, but sometimes it can be like 8:30 to 2:30, you know. I know, right? Some people, I got someone question me. You said you were gonna be. Oh my guys, are we really doing this? You know. I know this all looks like a lot of fun, but some nights I'm like, fuck this shit. How many fucking plushies am I putting on this? What's the fucking point? It's not like these things are like the best example of my abilities as an artist, you know? It's like just some stupid little fucking thing I conjured up years ago. I've had Brandon do it to me. You said you were going to be on, and I'm like, are you really doing this, dude? Do you really want to go there? Tater bro? Let's not do it. Hey, what's up, Matthias? Yeah, well, I've walked out of great paying jobs, so you know what I mean. Like I don't buy into any of that shit, you know. I walked out of really good paying jobs because they were like, you can't draw this on the internet. And I'm like, well, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm not living that fucking life. Night, Chris. What time is it? 4:09. Where am I on the stream? Alright. 30 minutes. I can probably get that controller done. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Vegas? You gotta move with your shoulder. Alrighty, I think that's it. That's all we got time for. So tomorrow I gotta get these two guys done, the arcade cabinet. That'll probably take about 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Probably closer to 90 minutes than there's this. So I should be able to finish it all up tomorrow night. The lines. I'm not seeing anything too complicated. But I gotta go, folks. It's been fun. I'll see you tomorrow night. Tom, you always show up right as I'm ending the stream. I'm gonna start thinking it's you. I'll be back on tomorrow night between 8 and 8:30 Mountain Daylight Time, USA. So, see you all then. Until then, go watch the Infinity trailer over and 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 one more time. And then when you get done, go buy some stuff. That's how it works. Buy some stuff. Shop stuff.